Home birth tragedy leads to mother dying? Let's get into it.
Jordan Terry's love story is one out of a fairy tale. Parker from Utah and Jordan from Safford, Arizona met at a bar in Scottsdale. Eventually, he would propose and move to Arizona to start their life together.
She was genuine, she was authentic, she'd give it the shirt off of her back.
Jordan was a registered nurse and she loved babies, working in the emergency room and cross-training to become an OB nurse with the ultimate goal of being a midwife.
She wanted to have the experience of a home birth so that when she was a midwife, she knew exactly what her patients were going to be going through.
Jordan had already had 2 children in hospitals, so when she was pregnant with her third, she decided to work with Sarah Kankowitz, a midwife whose website described her experience with home births, and she came recommended. On December 17th, Jordan went into labor.
I just remember, all the Christmas decorations are up, that vision that we had. I was like, it's a reality now.
Parker notified their videographer and messaged Kankowitz, who lived 3 hours away, telling her to leave soon. She showed up 6 hours later, and a State Department of Health Services investigation would later show she failed to protect her patients.
At what point were you concerned?
When I first noticed color in Jordan's face be lost. And I let Sarah know that there's no color, and all you hear her say is she's doing okay.
Parker, hopeful the medical professional they had hired was right. Jordan's lips then turned blue.
And they said it's probably low blood sugar. Give her a spoonful of honey and she'll be fine.
But she wasn't.
That's kind of her last words that she said was call them. And Sarah clarified, call the ambulance, and Jordan said yeah.
Jordan lost consciousness as Parker drove her and the baby to the hospital. Their baby boy, Mac, wouldn't survive. Jordan suffered a uterine rupture and internal bleeding. She was airlifted to Tucson, but doctors couldn't save her.
Where your family's supposed to grow, you lose. Matter of 12 hours, all of a sudden you lose a kid, and about 12 hours from there, you lose a wife.
Right away, he had questions for Kankowitz.
It was immediate sitting in the hospital just thinking, what do we do?
The next shock for Parker would come just 2 weeks later when Kankowitz posted on social media a year in review saying she helped deliver 31 babies, 3, including Mac, she marked with an angel. Ultimately, her continued social media posts prompted Parker to turn to social media too. That's when he learned he was not alone.
My biggest fear was that this was going to happen to someone else.
Heather Flowers worked with Kankowitz to deliver her baby at home back in 2020, nearly losing her life and her child's.
It's affected my life every single day.
Flowers struggled through delivery, only to learn her daughter was 11 pounds, tearing her body apart. She alerted state regulators who found Kankowitz didn't check her vital signs every 2 to 4 hours. She downplayed her laceration, and she didn't arrange for immediate transport to the hospital.
It absolutely haunts me that 4 years ago something could have been done about this.
According to records obtained by the I-Team, Kankowitz has had multiple complaints, 3 of which resulted in citations, including Jordan and Mac's deaths. The state now intending to revoke her license.
It should have been revoked a long time ago. And if it did, my wife would have still been here.
This is a tragedy. I hope they can find this person and hold them accountable, because you have other people out there who has similar interaction with the same person. This person doesn't need to be delivering babies for anyone else ever again. Just to protect the mothers and their babies, this person should be arrested and held accountable for their action. This husband lost his wife of what's supposed to be a beautiful experience. The husband had concerns based on what he was observing with his wife, and the person just minimized the concern the husband had. If the person would have even listened to the husband, they could have probably saved this lady. My condolences to the family. Let me know what you guys think.